Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Welcome to my channel, everybody. So I am in the process of starting my paper pumpkin alternatives for May 2024's kit called The Best There Is. This is alternative video number 3. So let's show you what the projects were originally. So all the envelopes are the same and they don't come stamped. You can stamp them. It came with, for 3 of these cards, 3 of these and 3 of these. On the back it gives you a QR code for video help in putting the cards together as they were designed. This QR code at the bottom will bring you to the Thanks and Beyond dies, which hopefully you guys have seen me use those. Those dies coordinate with April, May, and June's kit. And then a visual of everything in the kit, and the coordinating colors are Basic Beige, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Pool Party, and Wild Wheat. Doesn't mean you can't bring some other colors in there like I am today. So what else am I bringing in? Well, we're going to be using the Labeled with Love, I think, if this card comes out the way I want it to. And here's the punch, and it would be this stamp here and the punch. I'm hoping this works out. What else? Oh, the eyelit embossing folder, which love, and the Country Lace DSP, which is in the annual catalog. So let's take a look at the stamp sets. It says, Happy Father's Day to you, with love and admiration to the most amazing person. You're the best. The trees and this little speckly stamp. And then these are a couple of the card front pieces. So you have this one, which is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and this one, which is 3 3/4 by 5. Then you got 4 of the sentiment strips for this one and for this one, and you got 3 sheets of this florally image and 3 of this one here. I'm going to show you the card bases. Do I have? Yes. Okay. So here's one. Now I want to tell you this die will nest inside of this one, and you can see I've already done that once. We have this one, which you guys already know if you've seen videos 1 and 2. I want to take my fingers to it and peel the paint. This is Basic Beige, but it's got a bit of marbling to it. And then look at that envelope, guys. Absolutely stunning, stunning envelope. So, make sure those all fit in there. And then, of course, hold on, I got to get my supplies out here. The trash bits. So I haven't taken this off the menu to use. These, you could stencil the leaves. I think of the leaves, this one and this one are the best. I'm not crazy about that one. And then you could, because you have 2 of these, you could use this side for a slimline card. And then on the other one, cut it to where you could use this one. And I am planning on that. Just hopefully I get to everything. So, what are we using? Well, kind of like, got a few other things. So, but basics are a white card base, of course, 5.5, and it says 5 1/4, and it should be 5 1/2. So let's correct that. And guys, this is funny. I lost my beautiful pen. It's in the stamp room. Just don't know where at the moment. Because I know I didn't take it out with me. But I lost my beautiful pen and my Early Espresso stamp pad, which I don't know how, but it's like missing. So it is. And I keep moving things to see it. I've got 3 stamp pads here. And the Early Espresso sponge topper too? No, yeah. Crumb Cake is there. Oh, there's Early Espresso, but the stamp pad. And yes, you can tell me to check the recycle bin, but I already did that. It's not in there. So let's go over. So I've got these pads. So I don't know where some of my pads are. Don't know what happened between last time I did a video and right now. So card base 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Please laugh because it makes me feel better. Layer number 1 is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. That is simply to cover our card base. Layer number 2 is the Country Lace DSP, right? But what I want is this denim looking one, and then I embossed it in the eyelit embossing folder, and it's going to show up more when I take my little spot of Night of Navy and go over it. Then we have this circle with the trees. I'm going to show you how to recreate this using that 2 3/8 circle punch or a die roughly that size. I know some of you might have arthritic hands really bad like my aunt does, and so dies work better. So please know that I simply use a punch because it's handy on on camera. And this size of the circle is really like, it's like 2 3/8, yeah, just a hair bigger, but the 2 3/8 circle punch or something very similar to this will work. We're going to cut up our first envelope for the kit, and then I have, hold on, I have these 2 scrap bits from cutting down this piece of cardstock that I might use, or I might use this. I know it's retired, but some of you might have some. This is the denim, denim 3/8 of an inch ribbon. So I pulled that out as well. So let's get started. We're going to start by cutting open our envelope here. And I want you to see that this is stamped on the same as this. So that's how you can recreate that circle and do a whole bunch with all the envelopes you have in here. So there's that. We're going to be using this piece now to, I just cut the flap off at the crease. Now I'm going to cut open my envelope, by just taking a hair off of each end. And it is just a fraction. I do this whenever I cut open an envelope. You can see how tiny those are. And that will open up this. And I'm going to cut this apart. And I'm simply going to cut there. Now, I'm thinking we'll have to work on it, but want that for now. I might have to cut more down, but we'll have to. I know I want, I'm thinking I'm going to cut this partially to where I have about, I don't know if that's even half, but I'll have to cut this down because I want to cut this and I want to put my circle. You can kind of see the layout I'm going for. This is simple, guys. I'm not, it's just cutting these things apart. So we're going to make this square-ish, meaning I'm going to take it like this, and I am going to give me a straight edge on both ends. There's one. I'm going to flip it this way, do the same, give me a straight edge. Now I'm going to come in here, and I want to cut away this curve because I want it to be straight. So it can be at 1 7/8. And there, I have a nice straight edge. Now these pieces I am going to recycle. And then next, so this is 1 7/8. Next, I'm going to cut it down to 4. You can see what I'm doing, right? I want it to be the same length here. So 4. And I'm going to be left with this little piece, which I'm going to keep. Tuck that up there. And I may not. Oh, I am. I want to put this just there. This is going to be simple, like I said. So you can do this a couple of ways. You can put this here on top of this, or you can cut this and just butt this up against it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you. Because I embossed all this, I might be able to use that on another project. So I'm going to turn it over to this side. And I want a pencil, so pardon my reach here. Well, I could just measure it 1 7/8 and just cut that off, right? I mean, come on. It's that simple. You could do it with a pencil, or since my piece is 1 7/8, let's just cut off 1 7/8 and then it'll be equal. So now I have this bit that's left over that I can use on another project in this kit. Much simpler. Much simpler than what we had. So we're going to set those away, and now I'm going to tell you how I'm going to do this. So you can stamp the tree and then punch. I, however, am going to punch because I think I'm going to be able to get 2 circles out of this. And I do want to see something because something came to my mind. You know how it works. I want to see how big those trees would be if I cut them down. That's still not bad because I'm thinking, oh, let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Simple. I can do that somewhere else. So I want to punch 2 circles. And I'm going to come down, let's see, do I want to go this way? I am going to trim these off so I can get this in the punch. Because I want to come in this direction and punch 1. And then I'm going to come up here and punch the second one. The reason being is because now I have this piece that I can use on a card. So it's just conserving cardstock. And if we look at this one, you can see we have the grains going horizontally, not vertically. So I'm going to keep it horizontally. I'm going to save this one for another project, but I got 2 out of that, and I still have the front piece that I can use. So this one, I need the stamp and pierce mat. And I was hoping maybe like my ink pad would be over there, or my pretty pen, and oh, found the pen. Honest to goodness, it just, if a snake is going to bite me. Ink pad, not yet. Can't find that yet. That gives me hope, right? Hope is alive. So we're going to do it this way. And since I can't find the early espresso, we're going to use the little mini pad. Did I tape it closed? I sure did. I sure did tape that thing closed. So let's just recut the, like I said, this was in. That is not working well for me. This was in my supplies because I use Scotch tape to keep them closed, because sometimes these lids will pop off, and I'm going to give this a test because I'm thinking this might need some more ink. Yeah, that's really like, it needs more ink. So neutrals. Please, where is the early espresso? There we go. You see how fast that's absorbing? I miss the cloth pads because you could always tell. Just little dots. Okay, that should be good enough. We're going to ink it up again now. Oh, much better. But we're still going to test. I wish I knew where the pad went to. Unless I stuck it in the tower in the wrong spot. which is very possible. Okay, that will work. This is gonna work. Let's tell. There, that's working because now it's in the grip of my hand. I want it really well inked. So there's my circle and my trees. Now I'm gonna give it a minute. I want a really nice dark inking, just like what came in the kit. This circle just doesn't have any stitching. And like I said, it's a hair shy of the circle. Let's see what we have done. Oops. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So there we have it, our two trees. And where is my other piece here? Now this is going to be a little tricky. I want to stamp this in the center. I'm going to do my best, right? Don't be afraid to use your spots. Hopefully by me demonstrating how useful they really are, more people will be prone to use them. So I'm going to have one shot, guys. Here we go. Ready? Down. Then we're going to stamp in Night of Navy. Not Misty Moonlight. Night of Navy. Where are you? Pull out Night of Navy to stamp You're the Best. I'm not using the punch. I'm just using the stamp. I don't know what I was thinking. I pulled the punch when I didn't need the punch. I mean, I could punch it and then set it back in on dimensionals. I'll have to think that out here in a minute. I will have to think about it. So, You're the Best. There is. And I, of course, get ink where I don't want ink. So let me give it a quick clean off, a little huff. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Now for the inside, yes. We are going to stamp on the inside with love and admiration to the most amazing person. Then we're going to stamp the trees again. And my envelope, we're going to stamp trees on that as well. So trees. Oh, I pulled out a Night of Navy spot. I don't know why, but I do know why. We are using a spot of Night of Navy. All right, full strength here. I just want it right here. Then we're going to stamp this on our envelope. Ta-da! All right, put that aside. Get this out of there. And do our envelope. Trees over here. And then we're going to stamp You're the Best There Is on the back flap in Night of Navy, which of course I just closed up. All right, one more time. And I think I want to do this in the center of the back, like so. Oh, so nice. And the pad would have been really nice, the actual early espresso pad, but it's okay. It doesn't want to play right now. It wants to hide and do what it's doing, so we'll let it be. So there's our circle. Now you can take the early espresso. I did say it showed up. Yeah, we're gonna do a little distressing, I think. Early espresso, where'd you go? Why? Because we simply can. And it does add, got to get my fingers up over here. It does add to it. Hank's yelling for his mom, who's probably outside helping her father do a brake change on her car. Oh, I like that. So I'm putting this one away. Then we're going to go around this one. Whoops, almost lost it. I think we're going to put it on here just to make it easier. Now I'm going to tell you, we don't need to do anything up here because I'm going to have a strip of Night of Navy or that ribbon across there. So nothing at the top. There we go. And I'm not going to do the envelope. I'm going to close this up. And then I'm going to bring this in and the stamp in Pierce Matte. And I'm going to take the Night of Navy ink pad. I do not recommend doing what I'm going to do right now with the new pads, the new style pads. A cloth pad, the old style pads, yes. And look at that. That popped all the way off. So that is not going to work. Interesting. Let's throw a few glue dots down there because I really need this ink pad. I've never had it do that before, but let's throw a glue dot. Let's see if we can fix this. Besides, I'm going to have ink everywhere. Just trying to wipe it out. Oh, I see it had 5 glue dots in there. We're going to need that in a minute. So let's put 5 glue dots down. 1. Your mother might be going helping Papa. No. Hank, you won't have one in tomorrow's lunch. No, you will not. He took a little package of chips. He's not being good. Unless his mother told him to come get them. Then he will have one in his lunch. But if she did not, he will not have one. I have warned him so many times. I wonder if that's not going to work. They're not going to stick to it. Oh, that one stuck to it. Let's see if this one did. It just didn't want to stick in that spot. That's funny. Maybe it's because of the ink. Let's stick it there. That worked. Yeah, it's the ink, little bit of ink there. Okay, that one didn't stick. That's okay. That should be enough. And I'm going to lift this up, hopefully. Nope. We're going to need a couple of things. And this is a really well juicy ink pad. Oh, hand sanitizer. And of course, I'm going to need to do my tweezers, or when I pick up something, I'm going to end up with Night of Navy ink on it. And let's clean up that. Squeaky clean. So now we're going to do a test. Ah, fixed. Okay, like I was saying, I would not recommend doing this with the new foam pads. Cloth pads, yes. All I'm going to do is I'm going to brush this across. So I'm going to lay it down and lightly go across it. And you're going to see the detail is just going to pop on that. Because we don't want to go like too much, but look at that. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's why I had to have the other pad. So this is going this way. I almost flipped out. I was like, my mind was like, oh no, I cut it the wrong way, but I didn't. And this is going to go here. Yay! Love it. It's going to be great. I think we will pop that out because this has got to go on dimensionals to go on top of this embossing folder. It's just got too many raised edges, and I don't see it adhering well if it didn't have dimensionals. So far I'm not doing so hot with that no dimensional thing, right? But sometimes a card does need it. So I got glue where I didn't want it. That looks good, hopefully. So I said, let's go ahead and just do it, right? So line that up, because then we're going to put some dimensionals behind it and have it raised. There we go. We could sponge around this. Why not? Thump, thump, thump. Okay. That's done. Now this one is going to go, let's see, I might need to get it a little bit onto that one. So yes, it's going to go a little bit on top of the other. My little Zed, honey, looking at the door is not going to make it open. When Hank opened the door, little Zed ran in here, guys, but he doesn't like it in here. He is staying by the door. He is like, I want to be in the house with the big dogs. He does like the big dogs. Lucy and Boone. Boone is his favored companion there. All right, so now, excuse me. So I have this little strip of Night of Navy, or I can do the ribbon. And if you don't have the ribbon, use a 1/4 inch strip of Night of Navy. I am going to use the ribbon because I really like the look of it. Ugh. And I am going to wrap this around, because see, I can bring it right to the edge like so. I am going to wrap it around the back. So here we go. So I am going to lay this down right at the top edge of these. Put that over there. Bone folder. Possibly with my early espresso pad, it usually sits right here. Or I put them all back in my little carousel, one of the two. Either is possible, right? Knowing me, I can do any of that. All right. So release the Kraken. Can you tell my family liked going to movies? We sure did. We enjoyed going out to the movies all the time when my kids were in high school. Oops. Let's look here. I'm trying not to get it stuck down to the table, but that's okay because it just is going to be that way. A little bit like on there. So there we go. Onto the back. Now this can go onto our card base that we already stamped. And it's gonna be fab. Oh, so pretty. This needs a little bit of glue. It is sticking up like right there. There's no glue in this little section. So a little squirt in there to make sure it stays down. And now glue. The squiggly kind, right? Oh, we need it to go down there. And Oh, I forgot this goes onto the entire thing, so I just need to hold it like that. Oh, so nice. This, of course, I am going to back this on a piece of scrap. So I'm going to punch, let's see, what do I have? Oh, I should be able to get at least most of it in here. It doesn't have to be the entire thing. So that should work. That should work. I just want something stiff enough for the backing to back it a little bit. Because after all, that is just an envelope piece, right? So there we go. That's going to help it out. And this one, I should probably do the same thing with the two. Let's see, do I have another scrap bit? Oh, oh, wrong one. I want the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Just going to back it and give it a little more firmness to it. Oh no. I think he wants to show her the birds in the bird bath out back. There we go. Oh, look how nice that is. Look how nice, except there's glue. Okay, dimensionals, because I did say, I mean, we could, if I wanted to, I could just punch more punches and pop it up that way. Or do I do dimensionals? I'm going to do dimensionals because I'm worried about the eyelet. So my favorite thing to do for a circle is a triangle. I don't think they really need, unless it's like a massive, massive circle, need any more than that. And that is going to go right there. And then this one, I'm trying to remember how many I did do. I might have done 4, but I can do 2 there and 2 here. And then I think Hank is pranking his mother right now. She's not in the mood. She is not in the mood to be pranked. And Hank does love a good prank. So does she, and so does my husband. They are all the time pranking each other with something. Oops, that must be. I don't know why, but that. There. Ooh. Right. Place it right back where it came from. That looks, I think it looks great. What do you guys think? I think it's fabulous, but we need something blue. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the right shade of blue here. Oh, look at those. Phyllis, what a treat. Okay, that might be too blue. Let's see what we have in the other bling box here. Ooh, I bought those. Those would look nice. So that's a possibility. Those are a possibility. Let's see, is there anything else that I think is a possibility? Those might be too blingy for the look I'm going for. Yeah, those, no. No. Those would work. But I think I want... Ooh, we have the boho blue. Those are pretty. Oh, debatable of what I want to do. Okay. Send out a mental idea of what you think we should be using here. Please. Please, please, please. Help, help, help. All right. Oh, and we also have Joanne sent me these. So we have, oh, those are lovely too. We have these rustic metallic dots. Those are really, guys, those are going to be it. I'm going to put those back in that box. These, I think, will showcase this card really well. So thank you, Joanne. And Joanne, I'm going to stick your name on this card and send it to you as a thank you for all these glorious dots. So what do I want to do? Let's see. I want to pick it up. Do I want to do them here? I think I want to do like studs. Like, what you call them? My grandmother did this to my jeans. She embroidered some little pink jeans I had growing up, and they had little, you know, studs in them. So we're going to do 4 in the corners. Oh, that looks really nice. That looks really cool. I'm going to leave it right there, and I know this would be 4, but that looks good. I hope you guys think so. If you have the time, would you let me know what you think of my little studs there? So I need to put Joanne's name on this. And said, you can wait, mister. He's over there crying. So I'm wondering, do I add, I could add a little strip up there. Or do I add it down here at the bottom? We're going to add it at the bottom. Why? You guys know why, don't you? Because I can. And it makes me happy. Paper crafting makes me happy. And I think I get even so much more joy from it. Oh, I need to trim that off. I do that off camera. I like that little added bit. Now that I got a little ink on my card, not good. So this is what we recreated. This one here, that's going to go back into our bits. Here is our envelope to go with our card. And this card is going out to Miss Joanne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, absolutely love that. Let me stick this. Oh, I got 2 of those. Stick that one back in the little container. Joanne's name on this one. So thanks, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed number 3 of my paper pumpkin alternatives. Now we use the eyelit embossing folder. Ooh, that is not on there. Can I? Please, please. I just realized it's not like really centered in there. Now it is. That was touch and go there. The labeled, I've got to get these names down. Labeled with Love punch and stamp set for the little border around the punch. Oh no. Hank's getting in trouble. Rustic metallic dots because they look so good. So I hope you guys like this one. And as always, I invite you to come back and visit me in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everybody.